Okay, so I'm not really sure what this video is going to be about, but I wanted to just I was watching something and I just wanted to show my thoughts.
Important event that will take place after the rapture are the 10 kings who will also rise to prominence with the Antichrist. Those 10 kings will be against Jesus Christ, and they will fight him. However, Jesus will take over in the end, marking the start of a new era. Knowing that the beast represents the Antichrist, who wields governmental authority during the second half of the Great Tribulation, helps us.
So I don't really know what should happen, but I know that A.J. Miller is the guy that inspired the Jesus character, so I feel like I want to go and meet him and tell him that yes, I believe that he was the Jesus that inspired the Jesus character, and I want to help him, promote him. The Jehovah's Witness believe that Jesus wasn't divine, but just a teacher, and I feel like that's how it should start. It should start as promoting him and get like Nicki Minaj and just 1,400 people to just post an Instagram page saying that this was the guy that inspired the Jesus character. So that would be step one. I want to have like a week holiday with him where I just kind of talk to him about stuff and see what he believes that I don't know. And then that would be his rise, I guess, from the moment, from just after I have been taken. I don't really know where or how that would play out. Or I'm assuming that there's supposed to be a 40-day beforehand warning, and nothing has happened. So I'm guessing that nothing is going to happen on the beginning of October. I guess the next day there could be Halloween, which is my favorite day of the year. So but yeah, if nothing happens by September 20th or something, I think that's the 40-day count. Then I don't think that if I don't hear anything by the end of September, then I don't believe that I am going to be taken by October, which is very annoying because it means that I still don't know when people are going to start talking to me. And it could mean that I have to wait until Christmas or spring, in which case I'm not convinced that it is going to even start next summer. I want to go into some sort of, the test that I want to offer people, but I'm only going to be able to do this test if I mildly trust people enough to not just scream at them. And I think I'm going to need at least 6 months to recover from that, and therefore if you don't come to me by Christmas, I'm pretty certain that I'm not going to be choosing 2006 as the starting year of the 7-year tribulation. The 7-year tribulation starts when you make a 7-year covenant with not with the Antichrist, but with me, and I mean I guess there's a chance that Jesus is the Antichrist, but. So maybe you have to make a 7-year covenant with him, but that means nothing because he's not God. You need to make a 7-year covenant with Israel, and that's me, and my tribulation will start from the moment that I want to start recovering. Right now I'm so angry that I don't want to be making a peace treaty with anyone. I hate this world, and I want you to suffer for a long time, and for a peace treaty to be made, I have to want there to be peace, and I don't want there to be peace. So yeah, I will start the tribulation when you have come to me, when you have given me a better life, and when I'm in a better mood to want there to be some sort of peace after war. But yes, I don't know. But yeah, A.J. Miller needs to go first and just test the world to see how people think at the possibility that Jesus was the guy that inspired the Jesus character. He doesn't have to. He won't say that he's God. No one has to say that he's Christ. You have to just say that he's like the Jehovah's Witness version of Jesus, which was just that he was a teacher who helped inspire the Bible, and yeah, I don't know who the 10 kings are at this point, I guess.
Helps us understand the 10 horns. Daniel asserts that the 10 horns are 10 kings who will come from this kingdom. Revelation confirms this. The 10 horns you saw are 10 kings who have not yet gotten a kingdom,
nice house,
but will obtain authority as kings for one. The 10 horns you saw are 10 kings who have not yet gotten a kingdom, but will obtain authority.
So I'll just put a pause on that picture. That was a very nice house, I have to admit. I don't know which one. Is that in France? I think I've been there. I feel like it's somewhere I went when I was 6, but I can't remember. I want to say that I think it would be cool. I want to put my exposure on on June the 13th. That's when I want the world to be I want it to be in the public that Christ is returning on July the 1st, but I want the first warning to be on June the 13th. Now, okay, I was thinking June the 13th of next year, but since there's no sign that you're actually going to come and get me and talk to me in October, nor is there any sign it's going to happen anytime soon. Because of that, I don't want to say it's going to be definitely next summer. But when that happens, it would be cool if there was like some sort of image like this with all the presidents around, and then me standing right there with some sort of veil, so that no one like knows what sex I am, or no one knows much about me. And then even if it's just done it through AI, I don't actually have to be there. It could be like green screened or whatever. And then you can have like a picture of all these people being like, yes, we believe you're Christ. Yes, you believe you're Christ. And then on June the 13th, that's when it should go public that Christ is here on earth, and this person believes that it is God. I don't think you should say my sex until July the 1st, but this person believes they are God. And so yeah, I kind of like that screen, or it can be even a different room or something, but yeah, I like the idea of just having a whole bunch of people looking like they're important, and all the worlds being like, yes, we believe you're Christ, yes, you believe you're Christ, and then you post that out on June the 13th.
In authority as kings for 1 hour alongside the beast. They will wage war against the Lamb. Be sure that the Lamb here is Jesus Christ. So the rising of the 10 rulers
They don't have to make war against AJ, but they will know that Jesus is a fictional character. People don't worship Jesus. When AJ Miller rises, there's going to be true Christians are not going to believe that he is Jesus, because they worship Jesus because they want them to be saved, and they want Jesus to come and give them lots of power. And if they started believing that AJ was Jesus, they would realize that actually the Jesus that they have been worshipping is a false Jesus. So that is the war that needs to be set. There needs to be a war against this false Jesus that everyone has created. But yes, I think AJ needs to rise first, because there's a lot of smart people who maybe sense some certain truth with Christianity. They sense that there's some truth to it, but they don't really know. And therefore, if AJ Miller rises first, you would be able to tell the difference between them who worship Christianity because they sense there's truth to it, but don't really know what the truth is. And if AJ helps, like, just say, I inspired the Bible. And he could even make prophecies about a future Messiah, and saying that what's happened is that it's talking about a future Christ. This Christ, the Christ that's talked about in the Bible, is actually talking about a future Christ, and just see who believes it. That could be the early stage. The first stage could be just finding him saying that yes, I was the guy that inspired the Bible, but this Christ figure that who releases some sort of spirit, that's not me. That's something. That's the Christ that's coming in the future. Okay, Christians understand it the other way. They think the Christ that's coming in the future is the Antichrist, and the Christ of the past is the real one. So, yes.
Anticipates the entrance of the Antichrist at the beginning of the tribulation. However, near the midpoint of the tribulation, the death and resurrection of the Antichrist kills 3 of these rulers. From that point forward, the Antichrist will govern the globe alone, with the 7 remaining kings.
I don't really know about this, because so there's going to be a 7-year covenant with me, and I think what it might be is that like you say, it's a 7-year marriage, and that there's when you make a contract with like a Sony company or something, you have to like write and say, so in the next 7 years I'm going to produce this many albums, and you'll get the rights to it. So I guess the contract should be something similar to that, only I don't know if I'd actually be making any songs, and I don't think I don't know. I'd get a nice house, and I don't know what I'd agree to. I'm guessing I'll have to agree to that. That's, but I still don't know what the show should. Like one idea for the show is just that it's just in one house and I just stay in that house. But I'm for me to make that agreement, I first want to do something with my life. I want to go around and do. I want like 6 months or even 9 months of just, or 3 months. I definitely want a 3-month holiday where I just go and do lots of different things and feel like I've actually done something. I don't want to see people. I hate people. I want nothing to do with people. But I like nice houses, so I'd like to go and see lots of nice houses and nice swimming pools. Any house that's got an amazing swimming pool is a house that I'd like to go to. And then I could just do something like that, and then I'd want lots of interviews. Maybe even as I'm traveling, I can do lots of interviews with Christians who. I want the Christians who claim to know and like me and want to help me, and I want them to just expose how they don't and how they don't believe me, and find out all the reasons why they don't believe me, and get these just lots and lots of interviews like that, and then and I have a life, and then after that, then maybe I'd make some sort of contract where I'm given a nice big house, providing I do some sort of show. But I think it's important that people don't really know who I am. If they know too much about me, then they're going to realize how much I hate the world. I think if I say I hate the world, people will just ignore it and act like I'm not serious. But if I say it too many times, they'll realize that I am serious, and therefore it's probably best not to show me too much. But yes, if this marriage lasts 7 years and you know that it's going to sort of break up, and what's it? Taylor Swift had there was some fake relationship that they were leaked apparently about with her being with Trevor or something. I think that's the kind of that's what it should be like a 7-year covenant with like a marriage, I guess, a fake crappy marriage that is going to end badly after 3.5 years. But yeah, if the sacrifice with the singers and celebrities only lasts a year or 14 months, then I guess that's also part of the yeah. But I don't know what would happen after that. I think I just need to go into hiding, just get a nice big house.
Surrendering power to him. The church will not be present on earth throughout these occurrences. We are evacuated from the world.
I am the church, so I will not be involved in the world, but I'm going to be hidden somewhere. But I am going to be in the world, just somewhere.
Before the tribulation begins, though the church may be there for the advent of the 10 kings, we will not witness the coming of the Antichrist or the beginning of the tribulation. Our belief is that the Antichrist will emerge from a revived Roman Empire in the final days. That empire will be divided into 10 pieces, each governed by a king who will serve under the Antichrist.
I have no idea about this. I guess the G7 is 7 of them, and then maybe there should be 3 more. I don't know. I don't care. It's up to if you're fulfilling Bible prophecy, it's might just be because you're trying to tell Christians that hey, it's coming true. It's coming true. It's proof that it's coming true. But yeah, Christians are really stupid. They really are. But I don't know if the Rapture Reveal channel is actually, are they aware that I am Christ? Are they aware that, and they're just making this to try and inspire Christians to believe that we're in the end days, to try and get them to believe in Jesus or believe in the Antichrist? Is this channel aware that they're promoting the Antichrist? I'd love to know that. I know this channel never exposes their face, so it makes me think that maybe they do actually know and they're just making this video. But I like the imagery that I'm seeing on it because it looks like it's building up to something here. This is a lovely room. Is this in Italy or somewhere? But yeah, it's a very pretty room from Rapture Reveal channel. But yeah, if there was something like this and some sort of image of me hidden and not being obvious that I'm female, or in July as well, you could even show me standing somewhere and looking just to piss the world off.
These 10 monarchs, represented by horns, freely hand over power to the one world leader, the Antichrist.
Yay!
These kings will wage war against Jesus and his followers. Regardless of their strength and authority, these 10 rulers will be defeated when Jesus Christ returns. However, the good news for believers is that they will not have to face the horrors of the Antichrist. We are never taught to watch for the Antichrist. Instead, we are told to look for Jesus Christ. According to 1 Thessalonians 1:10,
That's because Jesus is the Antichrist, but you don't want to. The Bible doesn't want to tell people that Jesus is the Antichrist. Why? Because they just want people to go to the Antichrist, because that's how to get into heaven. You just have to be like, we don't want to be on earth. We need to be with Jesus in heaven. We just need to take this pill, and our heart will stop, and we'll go rapture off to heaven. Anyway, I'm going to stop this video.